More family fun! More family fun!
So here we are at the U.S. Grant Boyhood Home Historical Site in Georgetown, Ohio. We're gonna hit some Grant areas today. We only live about 20 minutes from here, and yet this is my first time coming here. I keep putting it off, but I've been really wanting to check it out. So here's the house he grew up in. He moved here when he was a child. He spent most of his life in this house. And this is Georgetown, where he lived. Pretty neat. I'm gonna go in here and see what their hours are. Try to take a tour of the inside. So now we are at the U.S. Grant Schoolhouse location. So yeah, this is the school he went to as a child. Probably can't really see in there that well. Also, when visiting Georgetown, be sure to stop in and see the Ulysses S. Grant statue here. Grant's actual favorite place, the place he calls home, Georgetown. So, even though he's been kind of all over, this was his favorite place. Look at this Grant fire hydrant. That's hilarious. So Grant lived in Georgetown his childhood. He's moved out to Bethel. He's moved out to, he's lived out in Missouri. He's lived out in New York. He's buried in New York, but all in all, Georgetown was his favorite place to be. So if you're a Grant fan, this is definitely where you want to check out. Here we are at the Rankin House in Ripley. The house is just over that hill. Gotta go in here and see if we can take a tour of it. Alright, so it looks like they're on tour now, so we have to wait for someone to get here. Hopefully we're able to tour it. So this is a new facility since I've last been here. I haven't been here since I was a child and the school would bring me, but it's pretty cool. They added all this, so that's cool. outside the Rankin House, and here is the view up here. It's awesome. So this is the back of the Rankin House. And that is the tour. So we are heading up front. And that was very neat, very cool. A lot of history, great tour. Learned a lot about Rankin and the work he did, and the Ripley area. Very neat. Highly recommend checking it out. So it is kind of late in the day, so I don't think we'll have time for John Parker's house. They close soon, but I still wanted to take a look at it here while we were down here in Ripley. National Historic Landmark. So here we have the old piano factory shop. It's an antique store. And it has been around for a long time, never been here. I'm gonna check it out, see what it's got to offer. So this is the old piano factory here in Ripley, and it's a really cool the word I'm looking for, antique store. Set up with different vendors and whatnot. For those of you who like to go to antique shops, definitely worth checking out. One of the bigger ones I've seen. Filled with some really neat stuff, some old stuff. I really prefer antique shops. I think they're really neat. You can find some real hidden gems sometimes. It's just whether it's a decent price is your only problem. But they got some pretty cool stuff here. I like to keep my eye out for Disney, like that Donald Duck cookie jar for $20. Not bad. That's pretty neat. Stuff like this always catches my eye. So here is Grant's actual birthplace. They are closed because it's after 5, but we're just checking it out. So this is where Grant was born. But yeah, it's closed. It's a little park area. So this is Point Pleasant, Ohio. Never been to Point Pleasant, Ohio. I like how this town, when you come in and go, they have these Ulysses S. Grant cannons and plaques on the bridge. It's really nice. See these cannons here. You got the picture of Grant on them. It's really neat. I like that. This town is very small, doesn't have too much to offer. So they really just showcase their love for Grant here. That's all. So we've now stopped in New Richmond, one of our favorite towns to visit in the area. And they're actually having a little festival thing with crafts and stuff going on. Crafts and shops and fair food. So score, didn't plan on that, but it's nice.